I have the thing set up right now to where we're going to be reading comments off of a phone.
Yes.
We also got to make sure that we're pretty close to the microphone because we got to pick up all the things.
Oh, no, they can hear me just fine.
Okay. Ready? You ready for this?
Go ahead.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Tuesday. My name is Ben.
What's up? I'm Tim.
We're here to answer your questions for the people here live at the PRI show in Indianapolis, Indiana.
It's busy here.
I know. Look, you made it to a trade show, and we're doing a video while you're at a trade show. That's crazy. You don't do that. You usually stay back and answer phone calls. But I guess because we're in a techie situation here at PRI, they called in the big guns.
Yes. No, they didn't call it anybody.
Yes.
It's when you're dealing with the trade show type stuff, I mean, you got to really weigh it into whether it's going to be just your normal customers, normal basic traffic, or it's going to be actually like industry folks. So
Sure.
I've talked to a whole lot of other versions of myself for other companies, and it's fantastic.
Yep. I've been really, really busy, which, I mean, I don't know what else you'd expect here, but I really do love getting to be here at PRI, getting to actually go to a trade show with you.
Yeah,
Crazy times. And then right back into another episode of Tech Tuesday. Here we go. You ready?
You ready?
First question goes to Timothy Moore.
All right, we got Adam Sturgill, 4403. Thanks for doing these videos. Questions on the tuning tables. What is the difference between stock mild cam table, street strip cam table, and the learning table? I understand when the fuel learning is on, it populate the learn table. When it come and change mix, so on and so forth. Here's the difference. Each VE table is its own cam selection, own fuel selection when it comes to how that strategy is going. So all the numbers are a little bit different. Same thing with the learning. Learning is where the closed loop operation, the compensation for that populates to modify whatever cam selection VE table you got going on. So if you select a stock cam, you're on the street strip stock table, and the learning table responds to that table appropriately whenever any kind of changes are made through that strategy of closed loop and learn.
I'm so proud of you. Man, I feel bad for the people that we left behind.
They're good. They're in the office chilling, doing stuff. I don't even know what they do, but, you know.
They're there for sure. No, we love you guys, Andrea, Daniel. All right, question 2. Gavin Angston, 8315 says, will you ever sell the sheet metal intakes for this on their own? I'm assuming they mean fabricated, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
fabricated intakes?
Sheet metal fabricated intake. Maybe.
That's definitely possible. Absolutely. I mean, we'll send you some stickers if you want some stickers.
Yeah, stickers is good.
Place it on an intake.
No, but that's a possibility if we decide to break into small individual parts. If we were just like doing an intake or doing this or that, like, you know, it's definitely a possibility. I would think it'd be weird not to at some point.
Correct.
But right now we're trying to put together packages. So
but I think one of the big things, right, is the fact that because we sell things as a kit, we emphasize really heavily why combine a bunch of aftermarket brands together. Now, can you do that? Yes. But when it comes to stuff like EFI, even if it's a simple thing like an intake manifold, we are still trying to keep that philosophy of use the same system parts because they're optimized to work together. I mean, am I right in saying that?
Yeah. I like all my crayons to match. It's all good.
Exactly.
But that might be a thing down the road because you may already have a good system, but a junk intake that you don't want to use anymore. You may like our design better. So, I would look forward to that. I would be surprised if we don't.
I would too.
Sure. NSM Turbo 5902, do you guys make plans to make a splitter cable, plug in a laptop without having a handhold, so on and so forth? Yeah. Our CAN bus operation is going to be through a CAN splitter because it's high-speed CAN operations.
Right.
But that's something we just did. I have the first one. It's on the shop Blazer. But that's something you probably look into down the road, except for when you're doing like a firmware update. You don't want that plugged in to communicate through both lanes of traffic there, obviously. But
Splitter comes out with quick draw, right?
It'll be in the quick draw, but we'll probably have a separate sub harness at some point that when people are using that, because you want to be able to plug in your handheld, your ECU, and then plug your laptop in as well. That way you don't have to unwire everything because it kind of gets painful if you got a good wire tuck going on up underneath the dash.
Sure.
That's way harder to access.
And I would obviously wait to do anything like splitting until that comes out on the wiring harness, because I know some people have tried to do stuff like splitting CAN signals with the wiring harnesses and with the handheld device. And right now, doing it on your own, that doesn't void the warranty, does it? I don't know.
As long as you're not breaking into the harness, you try to build your own. I mean, it could damage some stuff, but it probably just
weakens the signal, absolutely, for sure. But I think definitely wait until something like that comes out. Okay, for sure. Yeah. David Turner, 6397, says, part numbers list for the kill shot. My O2 is reading from 68 to over 2. I think the miss I had ruined it from the popping. Want to try a new one to see if that fixes the idle surge problem that came on suddenly.
Oh, absolutely.
That's O2 sensor.
We're talking about millivolts.
Yeah. I love millivolts.
So he's having a full swing from crazy rich, crazy lean. Right. Probably does have a bad O2 sensor or some kind of problem. You can check the ADC values to see what they're doing. You can check the Boolean values to see if it's faulted out.
Sure.
But realistically, you want to look at where your AFR is actually reading. Do you have exhaust leaks? What's going on with that? But I would suspect you probably have a sooted up or fouled up O2 sensor. Yep. Probably needs replacement. Broken ceramic inside of it, fouled element, what have you not.
Yeah.
I'd be looking into that. But yeah, with that swing and that voltage like that, it's generally a problem. Is an internal problem with the O2.
Yep. And if it is actually an O2 sensor, probably covered under warranty, correct?
Yeah, if it's within a year and it's actually just a native failure like that, you could do it.
Yeah.
Another way to test for values is if you unplug that O2 sensor, I mean on the ECU side, unplug it and look if it reads 149.
Yeah.
It'll just go dead to 149, 150, and you should be able to kind of get an idea, because if it's still doing it with an unplugged, you know you got a wiring problem, you know get a firmware ECU, whatever have you.
Absolutely.
Something in the logic's confusing it.
It's really cool to listen to you just tech talk.
I am a nerd.
I know, but it's so easy. It's easy for you to go off on a Tim tangent. You didn't do it. You didn't actually. You didn't. I'm proud of you.
I'm working on it.
You didn't go on to a tangent, but it's like right there. The threshold is right there.
I'm part of a 12-drink program, so I mean, whatever. Anyways, you can do the next one.
Was this AA?
Yeah, Cody Day 8959. A question: how do I run returnless fuel system with the Aces Killshot Master Kit? A video information will be helpful. I did make a video on that. That one?
Yeah. So it's hard to hear you. There's so much PRI noises.
There's successful
it's
PRI
probably loud.
noises.
I'll have to adjust the gains for that. But
all right, crank the gains to the moon, man. You're good. Yeah. So anyways, returnless. How do I run a returnless fuel system with the Aces Killshot Master Kit? It's not a returnless system. Yep. Returnless system's truly an internal tank situation with a regulator inside.
Right.
You can do a bypass return where the fuel comes from the pump to the regulator, back out of the regulator to the tank. But for a returnless setup, it's not a thing with ours, not with our design.
Yep.
We do have new fuel systems, and one of them is returnless, but you have to modify the top of your fuel tank for it to fit. Outside of that, I mean, I'd set up a standard issue unless you're really, really hung up on having returnless because you don't want to run one extra line.
Right.
Not sounding grumpy about it at all.
No.
I get that question a lot.
But, I mean, it's not entirely. I think maybe what the scare is it's an external pump, and so they're scared of the noise, and so they want something like a returnless style system. And either that is stemming from a in-tank pump, but the other thing is I guess simplicity of running a returnless style system.
Yeah, if you got a module that drops in the tank and it's truly returnless, it'll probably be pre-regulated to 58 PSI.
Right, which if you do that, you need to make sure you go into the handheld and
you got to tell
that.
You got to tell it. Might add that in the initial setup at one point, whether it's this fuel or that fuel, because we're going to have these new fuel systems.
Exactly.
So I'm going to.
Whoa! You just said that out loud.
Whatever, man.
I swear. Every single time I host a Tech Tuesday,
I'm the Tom Holland of tech here.
Oh my gosh!
So this new thing we come out with.
I mean, now you have to say it.
Well, you saw that Facebook post where that was going on about their competitor's fuel system, and I happen to be like dropping it right now on Facebook.
I love it. Doc 4244 EFA. Just got my kill shot with the Master Fuel kit.
Yes,
Does my kit come with an upgraded software that I do not have to do the lockout on my distributor? Thanks. That's funny.
Mechanical
actually.
lockout and distributor has nothing to do with the programming.
Correct.
You mechanically lock that out, you have to adjust it.
If it is an actual kill shot master kit, it's going to be a magnetic pickup distributor, and it does need to be locked out. Sorry, there are other distributors that we have. Like we do have a Gambler Hall Effect distributor.
My favorite.
But if you got a kill shot master kit, that's not what came in it. It's going to be a magnetic pickup distributor.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, with that, I made a video on mechanically locking the thing out. Not a big deal. I even made a video on the installation of it.
I point so many people over there.
Oh man, I copy and paste that thing all the time.
You literally
it's crazy.
Lock it out.
Lock it out.
Most popular video on your channel
I
don't even know.
It's a 7-minute video. The Cousin Eddie's
No.
got an interesting life.
The one where you voided the warranty on the kill shot.
That was pre-Aces. I was still just a consultant for that.
Good job.
Yeah.
That one was good. Sorry I interrupted you. Keep going.
No, you're all good, man.
Distributors.
But yeah, you do got to lock it out. You do have to correlate the timing values. That's not a problem. That sets up the strategy for any kind of advancement or retarding that the timing is going to do for stabilization of idle, wide open throttle operations, cruising operations. So that's kind of a needed thing. You have to do that. You can't program around that. If you do, it'll be a really weird tune. It wouldn't work very good. So anyways.
Any hoozles. I like our booth, man. They got all the stickers laid out for us because we're on video. I don't know if you can see that, but they've got all.
Yeah, I like it. I wonder if I could smoke here.
No. They're ridiculous.
That'd be great. We just get some cigars and start doing Tech Tuesday like part of a shtick.
What if we did that? Wait, actually, we can't do that because it's got the soundproofing on the walls.
Yeah. It'd get in there. It'd be like an old bowling alley. Everything would be like tobacco and like tar stains.
I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that would like that.
Oh, yeah.
There's some class that comes with a good Cuban cigar while you're talking about car parts.
Yeah. So, next one? What we got?
No,
one
I
more?
don't want to.
Hey. Can't find the AE 1060 part number. That's from David Turner, 6397.
Can't find the what?
AE 1060 part number anywhere online. Well, nah, it's a small part thing. You're not really going to have that listed.
I will.
Somebody said it's a Bosch LSU 4.9 wideband O2 sensor. Yeah, it's just a Bosch sensor. Yeah.
I can send you a link.
Yeah.
Either Summit Racing or Jegs, and they can.
It's funny as I was kind of thinking about putting together a list one of these days of all of our AE numbers and then like the factory equipment equivalent, like coolant temp sensor, TPS, all that stuff, all those numbers, because some people may be way out in the weeds in Canada somewhere, and they got a bad TPS, and it's going to be $250 to get the thing.
Right.
Might as well go down to AutoZone and get $16 in it.
Eric McDowell has a question. My question is for the jackpot system. My O2 sensor is bad. We're wondering, am I limited to the O2 sensor that comes in the kit, or if there's a different O2 sensor that they can be replaced by?
Well,
I know we just had an O2 sensor, so I'll probably combine these together.
Well, the thing is, we didn't use the 4.2 O2 sensor because them things are trash. We're already using the Bosch LSU 4.9, so if you got another one of those you just want to swap in there, that's dynamite. I'd go that route. It's all good because we do use the CJ125 controller for that, and that's like the best controller there is. So it works really good with the 4.9. Hey, Ryan Hively. Has anyone ran a kill shot with a supercharger? How's it do? Yes and good. So that's that. You just got to scale it a little bit into the tuning software. It's not even a big deal. Just get it to because all the throttle body units, they got an internal 3-bar map sensor. You just go in there and scale it. It's not even a massive deal. It's actually really easy. I made a very basic video on this a while back. So let's check that out on the ACES site. You should be able to see it somewhere.
This is from David John.
David John.
So my question is, at what size camshaft duration would you say goes from mild to wild? As I was going through the jackpot sub today, I came to cam size. My camshaft is a duration of 226, 230 lift, 0.575, 0.600, LSA 113 plus 4.
That's a mild cam.
Yeah. That's a mild cam.
That's straight up mild cam. You get to the 109 LSA, high lift, like 660, 700, stuff like that. You start getting to the nasty stuff.
Yeah.
Carburetor idles, you're making no vacuum at all on that manifold.
Right.
It's doing all the wrong things.
Yeah.
But you're going to have good mid-range torque, and it's going to go
Right.
watt like stink.
Right.
So it's good. It's going to idle like garbage. But you can tune around that and lean it up and do some things. We don't have any definite parameters for exactly when it goes from mild to race, because I've had stock camshafts run good on mild and mild camshafts run good on stock.
Right.
I've had race camshafts that were gnarly,
Yep.
not even start on race, but start up and run just fine on mild. So there's a lot to that. It's weirdly subjective. It comes down to cylinder chambering design, cylinder heads itself, intake, runner length.
Yep.
All these things really dial into how that camshaft's going to do its job. So, subjective. Know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
16, but for now, thank you very much for watching this episode of Tech Tuesday. If you liked it, please leave a like down below. If you have any comments about ACES EFI or fuel injection in general, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you see any Tech Tuesday media anywhere else on social media, feel free to share it some love. But for now, we'll leave you here at PRI in Indianapolis, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye now.